right, guys. So welcome everyone to the Monday CNFTnews show. Scott and Summer had to help Trevor and Alyssa with their house today. So this show got thrown together a bit, but we're very lucky to have the one and the only Chaoric Maths as a guest host today.
Hey everybody, I am gonna guest host today.
It's gonna be an interesting show. Our guest also canceled, so we're kind of just not because of because they I don't even think they're awake right now. But it's getting thrown together. But we got news for you today. We got chaotic math for you today. We got Jenny in the comments. What's up, Jenny?
Hey Jenny.
So yeah, I think we could start off by giving a bit of a proper introduction to you, Chaoric Maths. I know you said you recently posted all your stuff on Instagram.
Yes.
Show some of that off. I'll pull it up.
So I guess my name's Chaoric Mathematics. I go anonymously on the internet to all the viewers who don't know that. I haven't doxed myself or anything. And I don't do anything too serious, honestly. I just release my own artwork for fun. So I've never, felt the need to dox myself for some serious reason. Yeah, there you go. So a lot of my early work was Mandelbulbs, which are cool. What you see on the as my profile screen right now too. I couldn't post a lot of them to Instagram, I think, due to the file sizes.
I'm gonna pull. I think I have this one in my file somewhere. I'll try to pull it up because it's such a cool piece.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the one we did for With Faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this piece was a one of one. That was kind of like a With Faces collab for the show.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, I found it. Let's show this baby off real quick.
There we go.
So yeah, we're just chilling today. We do have news, of course. Shout out to Will. Oh, whoa, it's playing somewhere. I don't know where it's playing. Can you hear the music? Or...
Oh no, I can't hear anything.
All right, I'm actually gonna redo this then. It's gonna work. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's show this baby off. I love that part right there. Like this fucking
yeah.
That's so nice. But yeah, so chaotic maths. We have some other stuff. Of course, he did Hector, the collector.
Hector.
And this piece, which is amazing.
We can't see anything on your screen.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, channel flipper.
Yeah, I love this.
I went back and forth so much on the screen effect because originally I wanted it to melt. And I messed around with liquid simulations for so long.
Really?
And eventually I was
for the whole TV or?
At first the screen, and then I tried to incorporate the whole TV. But neither one was working for me. It was, so I had to take a couple of steps back and figure out how I wanted to approach it differently.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice.
So sick, especially where the glitches kind of go outside the screen. I'd never noticed that before. That's super cool.
Yeah, I tried to give it I was coming towards you, a little bit of parallax without having too much depth to work with.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun one to work on. I've definitely gone all over the place, as you can see, style-wise.
It's exploration.
It's pretty
important.
fun. Yeah.
These are crazy too.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mess around with refraction, and I wanted to mess around with screens. You'll notice a lot of screens. I really like screens.
Same here, actually.
They're so awesome to see. Like when you see a screen inside a render, it just gives you like a nice, satisfying feeling.
Definitely, especially like when you get that effect with like where you can see like the individual pixels and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, yours was the first one I saw that, and I liked it so much. I'm so glad you helped me out when I was trying to do it too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's it makes things seem so real. It's really fun. I haven't seen this one yet, so I'll play it real quick.
I was actually trying to remake Disco Nebula as a soft body sim, but I didn't get around to the textures, so I just picked random ones I had on my hard drive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just like a test. Nothing that's gonna be official or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Playing around with different simulations.
Definitely. So yeah, guys, go check out Chaoric Maths. He's a very awesome OG artist from the community.
All right, what's the news though? We got to see the news. Oh, what are you saying, Jenny? I want to see more about Pixel City. I totally forgot to look into the draft white paper. I got so distracted. I'm writing a light paper right now because I've thought about it and I was like, white paper, it's too long. I got to be able to make it digestible for people to hear, in a quick pitch. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get a light paper soon, Jenny.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. I know I was in a Twitter space one time and you were talking about it.
I did a terrible job describing it, honestly. Like looking back, that's what urged me to figure out how to condense it down. Mm-hmm. So next time you hear about it, you're going to hear gold spilling out of my lips.
Damn, hell yeah. I'm excited. All right. This is so hard. Alyssa and Trevor are like the glue that hold this together. I'm so bad on my own and you're never here, so it's
it's okay.
But we're gonna get through it, guys. We got news for you today.
We've got a ton of news, and the most important news.
Always. And also, I actually don't have all the clips because this is my account and Trevor has them all on his. But we do have a soundboard. The audience loved it. Ooh, nice. Okay. So we got that. So we're doing pretty good. But let's get into the news, I guess. First one up. I don't know how Trevor does this because he has to like read the story and pull it up at the same time. Blow the horn. All right. So we don't have the full soundboard, but we do have a horn. It's not the same horn, but it's a horn. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I honestly don't know how Trevor does it when he pulls up multiple screens. And let's start off with an easy one, because that will be fun. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. We'll be back to a regular schedule on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, no.
All right, so first bit of news today. This is we're in the drop section. So today, since our special guest wasn't able to make it with us today, you're supposed to have Rick on from Shadow Realms, which is a virtual card game being built on Cardano. I'll show their stuff off since they were supposed to come on. If I could find it. Maybe I can't find it. I'll try to find it in a sec. But I guess I'll get straight into the drops then. And the first one we have is a very exciting one. We're actually going to have this guest on our show on Thursday, and maybe the Stella card will be a collab with her. We're trying to coordinate that with Alyssa and Trevor because they're obviously so busy right now with the move. So everything's been all over the place. But our wonderful friend K-Fez, and from the Jelly Bellies project, is getting ready to launch their project. And in preparation for the mint that is coming fairly soon. We don't have the details in here yet, but I believe it's coming this month, the Jelly Bellies drop. But she's doing a special test mint tomorrow for Jelly Belly land terrariums, which look so freaking cool. If anyone isn't aware, yeah, dude, I love K-Fed so much. So this is like the Jelly Bellies character. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have. I've seen is her name K-Fez? I've seen her around in spaces. Anytime I'm in a space, she's also in a space, and I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's so awesome. She's always got these droopy boobies that are so cool. So yeah, she's doing her test mint tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this will help, I guess, test things to make sure all the mint goes well, and there will only be 50 available for 12 ADA each. So I'm not sure if that's going to be hard to get or easy to get. I just know that I'm going to be trying to get it because I love K-Fez. But so that'll be really exciting. And she's gearing up for the full Jelly Bellies project, which is, I believe, I want to say 8,000 total NFTs. Let's see if we can find it. Damn, these things.
That's a really cool one.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many with the accessories and stuff yet. Holy crap, I've never even seen that. That's wild.
Skills.
Yeah, she's crazy talented. Oh, look, all right, we got some information. Okay, so it looks like the drop is going to be broken up into 3. Actually, I did know this. It's going to be broken up into 3 types of drops. The first drop coming this month, which is going to be the land Jelly Bellies, the ones that we were showing before. Drop 2 will be creatures of the sea, and drop 3 will be creatures of the air. And we have seen some sea creatures from her. I guess since we don't got anything, I'll just deep dive into each one of these stories, and it could be pretty cool. We'll show all the information I know.
This will be like a how-to research almost.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah, you find a project, and this is how you learn all the info.
Pretty much. This is just what I do, and when I am not doing anything else, I just stare at my computer trying to find stupid things on JPEG. This is terrible. I'm not going to be able to find these. Well, we can see some of her soul creatures here, which are very beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Super cool work. Her style is so distinct. Like, you can tell exactly.
Yeah.
Her work. So yeah, that's Jelly Bellies. So definitely come through, guys. And for Thursday for a full show, we'll have her and let me find out our other guest. Oh wow! Okay, wow. Okay. Thursday's show is huge. We got Studio K-Fez and Jesse from Jesus 2. So that's going to be very exciting.
I'm not familiar. What is that?
Jesus is 2? Okay, we're going on another deep dive.
Yeah, let's see it.
This is a fun episode today.
We're taking them on the full journey.
I do have some things I want to throw in here, but I don't know if I should because they're very me guessing or making assumptions. Maybe I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
But so this is Jesus 2. Jesus 2 Rises. And the artist behind this, his name's Jesse, and he is actually one of the animators who worked on um, Adventure Time and Midnight Gospel. I think he's like in that crew of like animators who like work with I forget who the head guy is. But yeah, he's a super talented artist who worked on those amazing projects. And the way he's doing this project is, it seems like it's just an art project. Like a lot of this is art he's working on, but he has this whole underlying story to it. And again, forgive me if I'm wrong. You guys got to come back Thursday to get the full story. But it's this Jesus 2 character, which is basically Jesus coming back. Like he was supposed, like, he's supposed to come back, right? I'm not. I don't know. But yeah, so you got Jesus 2. He's coming back, and there are all these dope. Like, the art is amazing. I'm not even gonna try to comment on the story right now because I'll probably just confuse myself and everyone else watching. But if you definitely come through on Thursday to catch the full story, guys.
This is awesome.
The art is incredible. I mean, as you'd expect, coming from someone who has such a background. Like that one just clicked off of it by mistake. Like this looks that looks like it's straight out of Adventure Time.
I get what you're saying. No, I totally.
But
when they're in the talking to the owl, or who is it that was the hot tub and everything?
Yeah.
It's like a shadow or something.
He's like on the wall. Jake orders the sandwich when he should be saving.
Yeah. No, the art style of Adventure Time has always been like really awesome. And in that Jesus 2 profile pic, you can like kind of see it in the face. Not that I saw it before you said it, but like once you say Adventure Time and I look at the face, I'm like, okay, I kind of see it.
So super cool.
Yeah, that's dope. That's exciting.
Oh, actually, you know, look what we got here. We got Jesus 2 elevator pitch. Should we watch it? We got 5 viewers.
I mean, we'll take them along.
Let's watch it, guys. Let's watch this. Can you hear this?
No.
I may have to throw it back up. One sec.
That like posturing just looks, very familiar. Like gives you that nice retro, or not retro, what's it called? Nostalgia.
Yes, definitely. All right, guys, let's get our little Jesus 2 elevator pitch, 2 minutes long. As I said before, if you're just tuning in, this is more of a laid-back show. So we're just chilling and going through the news doc and talking about what we want to talk about. So let's get this Jesus 2 pitch.
Many thousands of years in the future, the president of Zombie Nation, Doc Green, uncovered the DNA of Jesus and resurrected him in order to save the human race from death. They called him Jesus 2, and he was a nightmare asshole. Doc Green couldn't control Jesus 2, and he flew across the galaxy on a black comet spraying magic jizz all over the many inhabited worlds. His confetti-like fluids bestowed immortal life to every living creature. Hundreds of years passed, and although no one had died, no one wanted to live anymore. Reasons for existence or enjoying an experience became abstract, and many people succumbed to the hellish, depraved life of torture and ugly spectacle. Death ceased to exist, as did the relationship between the living and the dead, held hostage by Jesus 2's cursed party fluid. In a desperate and sacrificial move, the heavenly angelic beings created a ship that would help smuggle the living into the world of the dead. The ship was discovered by 2 space pirate brothers named Sunday and Monday. They moved in and brought along their old hippie parents who tended to the Eden-like gardens. On the ship, the boys were able to commune with the last living angel, who gave them instructions on how to cross people over to the afterlife, as well as assisting in the killing of Jesus 2. Unfortunately, not everyone in the universe is on board with the brothers' angelic plan. The president of Zombie Nation wants to destroy them. The tech wizards want to capture their warp drive. The Simulords believe they are heretics. The prime minister of the universe doesn't want to give up his perceived meaning of life. The time police believe they've committed time crime. Man-sized viruses want to infect their ship. Space pirates want revenge on the brothers for having abandoned them. The military want to retro-engineer the ship to improve their military hardware. The nomads want to scrap them. Black market art collectors want to commodify them. But to the people of Earth, they are their only hope. This is the story of two brothers trying to end the curse of Jesus 2. I hope you like it.
Oh man.
Wait, Jenny just said in the comments that's not it. So I don't know if she's referring to this, maybe. Okay, yeah, Jenny, I'm not sure I'm following. We're gonna have to wait until Thursday because I don't understand enough about this project. Yeah, but I just love the art. That's all I know. And I will say the theory that I have, I won't give too many details because they're probably wrong, but I think that this Jesus 2 artist isn't the only artist in the CNFT community that's part of that animation crew. Not basing that off of any facts at all, just guessing. But if you can put 2 and 2 together, I'll tell you after the show. Chaotic, but anyone else, you guys have to do a little work and put 2 and 2 together.
Did you say if I put 2 and 2 together?
Huh?
I don't think I'll be able to put anything together. I haven't been paying any attention
No,
to
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay, awesome.
But I have certain theories.
Also, I don't know if the viewers, Jenny, can confirm. Am I on an echo?
A tiny bit. Not too bad though.
Got it. Trying to end the curse of Jesus 2. It's like it's happy. It's nice to know people with such, I don't know, people who are characters who deserve everything are also worthy of extra time.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun to know.
It's crazy, honestly. I mean, what bigger artists do we have in the space? I mean, we have Anton Gudem is pretty big.
I have no idea who that is.
He's this guy. He's a Russian.
Oh, actually, I have.
Yeah. I feel like not a lot of people know him by name, but they've seen his stuff. Because his stuff is pretty funny. They're super random. He has like these like
I've seen some of the
yeah. There's one I actually used for the Ada handles drop meme, which is probably his most well-known one. You've seen this meme template ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the creator of this.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. He's a super cool dude. Actually, I can give a bit of a project to watch here. Very random. I'm not going to stick to the script. We're just going to scroll down the script and see where it takes us. I know I probably said that a million times. But super top secret, not anymore top secret information for the 6 of you guys watching is that we are actually with Artano talking with Anton Gudem. I think I said it before, but he's a Russian artist, and he has a piece that is I'm not sure if it's commentary or it just has to do with what's going on in between Russia and Ukraine right now. So we're in the talks with his manager to he just finished the piece. We're just trying to figure out how the best way to put it out there. But I think it'd be really interesting seeing a piece from his perspective, being Russian and a well-known artist at the same time. I'm sure he has a interesting take on what's going on. so unfortunate for a lot of like the people, and obviously the people, everyone except for Putin. I just feel so bad for right now. Like we have friends in Russia, like Meepo, who has to move because things are like so bad there, and
It's crazy.
terrible in Ukraine. Like I feel so bad for everyone.
It really is like a terrible situation all around.
Yeah. It's but it'll be cool to see his perspective on it through art, especially because like his pieces are always like talking about I don't know the right word. Like they're so
like life, your experiences and stuff.
Yeah, like they're like commentary on life, but like in a why can't I think of the word? Like they kind of show you the stupidity in life in a way. Not stupidity. Gosh. Ironic things in life maybe is a good word. I haven't seen this one before.
Okay, Jenny is saying too much echo.
Oh.
I think there may also be at least a couple minute delay, maybe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. I'm not hearing. Oh. I know why, because I'm playing my screen with. Okay, that's why Trevor always has me not talk whenever he shares his screen with audio. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen with audio, and you shouldn't be echoing anymore. That was my bad, guys. I completely forgot about that.
Are you able to share it without audio?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Should be good now.
Yeah, we're Gucci.
Yeah, just a couple of cool. It'll be cool to see his work.
Yeah.
There are some that are like super good that I'm just having trouble finding right now. Anyway, when we go too off track, we go back to the news doc. You know what? I'll just pull that up for you guys. You know, no reason to hide anything from you guys. we got news today. So next up, we can talk about some metapixels.
Whoa.
Have you seen this yet?
I've not.
It's interesting, and I'm not too aware of. Let's read it. So metapixels are the official Dead Pixel 3D collectible. They are a derivative NFT based on the original Dead Pixels collection. There will be 10,000 of them, each corresponding to the original pixel from the collection. They were built together with Funa, the artist who is well known for making 3D renderings of pixels. And you can mint the metapixels for 69 ADA each on the Pixel Explorer website. But only if you hold the corresponding pixel in your connected wallet. Fiona, is that how you say that? I'm so bad with names. F-A.
Maybe fauna, like a sauna.
Maybe. But there will be they will be discontinuing their 3D pixel collection. However, if you hold a 3D pixel by them in that collection, you will be able to burn that asset in exchange for a metapixel for free, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So they teamed up with Fauna to carry on into the Pixel Forge or they're teaming up with them to continue into the Pixel Forge and Wars, which is pretty cool. Let's check out some of their work. Not sure if I'm following them. Oh, okay. Yeah, so some of the 3D Dead Pixels. So I think this is a utility for them because there is some planned utility coming for these. So metapixels will be a part of the project's metaverse narrative that will grant you entry into any upcoming Dead Pixel metaverse partnership. Metapixel holders will receive the full benefits of any dead pixel integration into the future metaverse projects. They will have absolutely nothing to do with upcoming Pixel Wars game. And the goal of the Metapixel avatar, the goal is to get Metapixel avatars into as many metaverse projects as possible as events unfold. The metaverse projects are still very early in development, but Metapixels will have a seat at the table in terms of early adoption and integration. So let's check these guys out real quick. And yeah, Jenny. So I think he's actually, I don't know. I think he's better now. I'm not sure how much I should share. I think I think he's outside the country now, which is good. Because I think the main reason is he really wanted to be here for the CNFT award or CNFT con in October, and he was afraid of being stuck in Russia for that. So he's currently working things out. I think he's doing pretty well though. He said he had family in the area he was going to and stuff, which is awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, it's such a mess. Like I feel it's so.
Yeah,
it's an understatement, but
it revealed also a lot of things about like if you live in Russia and you're a completely innocent person, like the majority of basically everyone there is in this situation, you were cut off from the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like banking, Netflix, all your 21st century commodities gone. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy from a lot of angles, every angle.
And you know, like I'm not gonna lie, like talking about bringing Anton Gudem on to make a piece about, or he offered to make a piece about what's going on, but like in my head at first, at least, I was like, is this a great idea to have a Russian artist who I'm a fan of? Like I've talked with them before and stuff. But is it like the right time for that? And like after thinking about it, I'm like, of course it is. Like I wouldn't. We have terrible freaking people in power in the United States too, and like there are a ton of people who have things that they want to say about it, like opposing it, or even like you wouldn't want to hinder someone's ability to create based on the people who are in charge of the country they live in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, plus, I think it's important trying to get that piece out there because, like, I haven't seen it yet, but I no way imagine it's going to be pro, whatever you want to call this, like the war, pro invasion, pro whatever. I don't think it's going to be that at all.
Agreed.
I'm kind of rambling, but
no, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's important. Yeah, I mean, I think luckily, like we haven't. Congo Jack said, of course, the hate on Russians must stop. Fortunately, I haven't seen too much of it yet, but I know it must be happening, which is so sad. Because like it's not their fault either.
Yeah, correct.
Lots going on in the world, and we're here talking about JPEGs. So we're fortunate, and we have to also take a step back sometime to realize what's going on in the world we live in. But on to the metapixels. We're so all over the place. I don't know if I'm probably not going to be able to put timestamps in this video. So yeah, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to say that's hilarious. I didn't think about how hard it is to put timestamps on like rambling topics.
Yeah, it's not going to be. I don't think that'll be possible today. And yes, Jenny, thank you for bringing this Monday energy because it's always loved. Yeah, so metapixels. If you have a dead pixel already, you could head over to the Dead Pixel Explorer. If you have them in your wallet, you can click Mint Metapixel, and you'll see that it's worth or you could buy it for 69 ADA. I'll be straight up with you guys. I'm excited for it. I love my dead pixels. I love Adrian. I love everything that he's doing. But I'm probably gonna hold off on minting any metapixels until there's a reason to, because it seems like we'll always be able to mint them. At least that's my assumption. Whether the price changes or not, I'm not sure, but
I really like when you can do that. Just leave the mint open.
Yeah,
There's no rush.
I mean, this is the perfect project for him to do it because it corresponds to the pixels you have in your wallet. So I'm kind of hoping he just leaves it up and like, if people need it, if people want it, they can get it. If not, they can hold off.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to. It's hard spending ADA during tax season.
I totally get that.
But yeah, love what he's doing though, and I mean, he hasn't. He just keeps surprising us every time he says he's gonna do something. What he does is like better than we expect. So I am excited for Metapixels.
His name is AJ, right? Or is it AF?
AF. Adrian. I'm not sure what the second initial stands for, but
it's amazing how he hits like every level. Like he's not just a full stack developer; he's a full stack like I don't know, omnipotent being.
Yeah,
he's going so
it's
far.
Crazy. And like you look at his website, and like no one else. Not the not Dead Pixels. Spacebuds website. I mean, isn't even. Which is like the one thing to compare everything to. I think it's.
Yeah. No, yeah. As far as websites go, even from when you guys first covered it, before he had the big drop with all the like special power ups and everything.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So well made, so like meticulous, everything.
And these like trending things up here are super cool. Like you can see random stats. Like I guess the mantle stat is trending.
What does it say for that gladiator helmet? What does the text say? I can't see that.
28% below the next gladiator helmet floor.
Oh, it has info. Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, so like there's like so like this one's 36% below the next fire starter floor.
Man, that's so much packed into. It's like, it's not like he's even selling you this. This is just utility like packed in.
Yeah.
It's just like making everything more convenient and easier for the user.
You know what's cool too that I saw the other day? You can switch 3D on here and it's all the same stuff, but they're all just 3D. Which is
Whoa.
Cool. Which honestly,
awesome.
I mean, I don't know how they did the 3D models, but it must have taken. I mean, I'm sure they had the traits set up and they just combined them the same way, but it still probably took a bit of work to get them all 3D how they have
definitely. Them. And probably a lot of coding skill too.
Yeah.
I can show you something after the show. That'll like if you ever want to do something. I'll explain it afterwards.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm always down. All right. Next thing on the doc today. So I actually have not followed a single thing for Cornucopias yet. But people keep talking about it. It's like that meme from with Andy from Parks and Rec where he's like, I don't know anything about Cornucopias, and I think it's at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Or like too late to ask or something.
No, I get what you're saying. I also hear about it all the time and have never looked at it.
From what I hear, it's like it's a metaverse project, but they're like trying to like tackle like everything. So like similar to Cardania, sort of. We also have to give a shout out to them because they're a sponsor today. This month, but yeah. So I'll read this guy real quick. So the Cornucopias Games second drop is the GTI Javelin 2022 NFT. It's fast and promises racing action on Cornucopias' amazing racing tracks. Engineered to literally defy the laws of physics, the GTI Javelin is powered by Gravitex patented twin 500 ion plasma force thrusters, ensuring maximum fuel efficiency and uncompromising throttle. So that you look like you're so that you'll look like a nonstop Newton blur to everyone who's above the horizon without draining your fuel cells. Wow. Okay. Lots of
No,
sound.
that read just like a game description. That was I get the style they're going for.
Definitely.
Like
Yeah, I
you
mean,
kick
no,
you click
go on.
details on your item and that's exactly what pops up in a video game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clean.
Yeah, they had their first mint. I know Trevor, Alyssa, and Will went ham on it. I'm trying to see if they got any pictures. Oh, look, we got another video for Javelin. Do we do another video? I could throw on audio again.
Is the audio important? Oh yeah, you got it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run.
Yeah, no, let's just not do audio. If there's anything important, I'll tell you guys. I think it's just violin music. That's what I've heard so far. So let's check this baby out.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like this could be a DLC pack for Forza, like Motorsports.
Yeah.
Opening up on the track, giving us all those views. Okay, here we go.
It reminds me of the GTA races they recently put in, or a couple years ago, I guess. But the stunt races, I don't know if you play any GTA Online.
They pop up in my YouTube like shorts every once in a while, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got so addicted to those at one point. This looks pretty fun.
Yeah, I like that it looks like it's going to be a skill game.
Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of games, I don't know. It's nice to have like skill games.
definitely. I wonder where they are in development because they must have a lot to have all this so far. Well, I mean, it could be a render. It probably is. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not.
That'd be intense. I feel like it might be harder to make this as a render than to just make it in Unreal and play it.
True, probably.
But they've definitely like put in the work. I mean, and just even like the time lapse shots were shots that I really liked.
Yeah. It looks pretty good.
Okay, I like this. The night shift, like the track looks super cool at night. Okay. Yeah, cornucopias, I'm always hearing that the team is like always putting in work and like showing updates and stuff, which is very nice.
Damn, I might have to get in on it. There's too many projects to like know it's good.
That's why I haven't looked at anything at all, actually.
That's smart, honestly.
I decided like right now there's going to be so many good things and everything's going to be so tempting. I need to like put my head down and focus.
That is a good point. Because you get too easily like you look at the space long enough, you want to buy everything that you see.
Exactly.
And you didn't need it before you saw it, so sometimes you don't actually need it. It's a good.
And it used to be possible to buy everything, like it wasn't a problem back in the beginning. But now, if you buy everything, that's like, oof, got to sell your house. That was a cool one.
Yeah, it's super cool. Guess I'm gonna have to look into it more.
Okay, I'll be back in just a minute.
Definitely. I don't know if Ada Handles is here, so I'll give them a quick shout out because Ada Handles is now I'm not sure if their mint is open forever or if it's another temporary mint, but currently you can go to adahandles.com/mint, I believe. Yep. So if you go to adahandles.com/mint, maybe we can do one during the show. Because there's one I was trying to get. Nope. I will give a little run through of how that works. I just gotta wait for an email. But yeah, so if anyone is interested in getting ADA handles, you can check out their website. The way the mint works is once you receive your activation code, you have 1 hour and you can mint. So you technically can mint as many as you want within that hour, but you can only have 3 pending transactions at once. So I know with me, I use CC Vault and I got a couple earlier. And just because of the way the transactions were a bit slow coming out of CC Vault, I only did get 3 transactions in that time. But yeah, it's open if anyone's interested. Also, I see Lefty Righty said another drop tomorrow. Are we talking about Cornucopias? Maybe, yes, I think so. Yes, the GTI that we were showing before is dropping tomorrow.
Nice.
ADA handles dropping now. Metapixels dropping now.
I've got you know what? Do you know anything about the the details of ADA handles?
I can talk about them. I've been very interested in them. So if you have questions, I could talk.
Yeah, I've got one question. How do they what I guess gives them the right to reserve it for good?
So that is the interesting thing. And someone I was talking to before was actually very bearish on ADA handles and ADA domains because so it really just matters on it comes down to who they partner with. So like right now you can use ADA handles with Pool PM, Nami Wallet, and CC Wallet, just to name a few things. But the only reason that's possible is because they partnered with those platforms, and they said if someone types in $Tyler, search for the wallet that ADA handle is in, or search for the token that policy ID and token name is in, which I know is good. It basically just says look for that ADA handle and send it there. So
Okay.
if that, I don't know if that I kind of
No, it makes sense. Yeah, you answered it completely.
So everyone, I mean, tomorrow all those partner first they could just say, "Oh, all right, we're not supporting ADA handles anymore," and then all ADA handles are just NFTs with names on them, or Coinbase could be like, all right, we're supporting ADA handles now for Cardano addresses, and like you can. So it all depends on like who they partner with and how much work they put into that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's kind of how you get. That's kind of how they have permissions, just because they did all these partnerships.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Huh. That seems like the only way I could imagine it works.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense at first when you think about it, like who gives them permission. But yeah, so that's kind of how that works. I know there is that other project, ADA Domains, as well. And they dropped before ADA handles, and I actually tweeted at them today because someone was talking about them, and I was like, "You guys still kicking?" Because like they did their drop, and then we haven't heard anything from them first, and they promised similar stuff to ADA handles, but also some other cooler things too, like using your domain as an actual domain. So get this, you might find this interesting, Chaotic. So let's say you want to have a website, right? You could get an. This is what they're planning. This hasn't happened yet. But they have done similar things on Ethereum. But you can get your ADA domain to be like chaoticmaths.ada, and then have that link to an IPFS of an HTML for a website. So you can essentially have a website linked to your NFT, like a website that you built, if that makes sense, by
I get what
hosting
you're
on
saying.
IPFS.
It's like it's unstoppable domains on Ada.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Really cool concept. Yeah.
that'll be really interesting if they pull that off. And they said they're still kicking, so
It always it seems like such, not the Ada handles thing, low-hanging fruit in general for like potential on Cardano, because there's so many amazing things on Ethereum that work, like services that we actually need on Cardano, like things that like you can literally just copy, and not literally from the code, but from a utility standpoint, no one's going to hate on you if you copy this utility because it's a utility we need and want. I'm surprised like that's not the biggest thing that I see, like all these utilities, but just coming out on Cardano one by one. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm not seeing that.
Do you have any other examples? I know you're I think you're more into the Ethereum side of things.
Oh shoot. Let me think about this.
Well, I know that domain one is definitely big. Also,
domain ones, I know they have. They probably have a lot more gambling on Ethereum. Shoot, let me.
True.
There's a website. Let me pull this back up that I used to look at.
It would be nice to have wrapped ADA that could work faster than ADA.
Oh, the bridge.
Is that what that is?
I think that's almost the same thing. I think you're talking about like being able to wrap coins from other blockchains and bring them onto ADA, like you were saying, so we can seamlessly go between ETH and Cardano without having to have a centralized exchange as the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
Which, unless you know different, I think that's the only way right now, right? To exchange Cardano for Ethereum or for Bitcoin or for anything else.
Like off of off of a centralized exchange. I'm not sure. I haven't done much, honestly.
Got it. Yeah, because if you ever want like a what was it called? Like for Baby Angel Hit Squad, if you wanted to transfer Cardano to Ethereum, you had to like put it on exchange and then transfer it and then take it out, versus just being able to wrap it and then use it on Ethereum immediately.
Yeah.
Which is like what the bridge lets you do.
Yeah, so I did do it the first way where I had to exchange and then do it that. That would be sick. They really need to bring that. That'd be really cool.
I'm like blanking on utilities on Ethereum. It's not like I use Ethereum a ton. I just I like to look at what's around on there. And there was a website I used to have bookmarked that was just full of each project on Ethereum, like the top projects in each category and stuff, to show you what utilities are being done.
It was a website, you said? Or
yeah, it was a website.
Damn.
I'm excited for Cardano to have everything.
Yeah, honestly.
Like we're getting there really fast.
Slow and fast at the same time. There are some things like I saw one cool some ETH people talking about an Ethereum website where people go on and they just rate like sort of like Tinder NFT projects, and or maybe I'm thinking of a Crypto Heaps video.
That's so funny.
Anyway, the website, like it had like a ranking, like a public ranking for like all the projects on Ethereum.
Okay, which that's pretty cool.
Cool, yeah.
Like my anime list for NFTs.
Yeah.
That's just some like anime ranking website where everybody goes and upvotes the anime they like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have some friends that are super into that. Jenny also says perhaps partnerships are not just that. I'm not sure if she's talking to me. Jenny, if you know any other cool partnerships Ada Handle's doing, definitely let us know. We do got one more drop, and this is actually very funny because this is exactly what I used to do for work before NFTs.
Some ArcViz.
Literally, this is exactly what I used to do. So Local Home. Local Home is a collection of digitally rendered houses. Each NFT will contain a GLB file, a standard 3D file format, which can be used in various metaverses like Pavia. There are 3 different contemporary houses styles with 9 attributes, such as house model, garage door style, and home energy score that may have some utility in the house for the future, plus more. All GLB models included with Series 1 houses have been upgraded to have solar panels and flower boxes, regardless of the NFT's attributes and image. The creator behind the project is working with Cardania because everyone is apparently. Which, by the way, shout out Cardania. They're our sponsors today. But I'll give them more of a proper thing soon. I want to see one of these bad boys in a GLB file, though. Let's see. I wonder if they have the interior.
That would be over the top.
I mean, they say to have it be to have it work in the metaverse. It looks like they got something. They got walls and windows. I guess that makes sense. I'm also curious at how this looks like a very expensive model in terms of like file size.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Can you zoom in on some textures?
Oh yeah, let me make it full screen.
I think you can get a pretty low file size on that. I mean, then again, they are pretty wide. They're covering a whole wall. But they might also just be tiling really well.
I think it is tiling. I mean, there's definitely tiling down here.
Yeah.
But so I was actually surprised with how small metaverse files actually need to be.
How small?
Like
kilobytes?
nothing like I think like 20,000 polygons, which sounds high but isn't super high. Like
okay, so they do it by polygons. Interesting.
Yeah. At least for Pavia. And at least that's where they're at right now. Nothing's like set in stone. But
no, I mean, it makes a ton of sense because you're running it in browser and you want it to run on any hardware. So you have to have like super low poly count, especially for an entire world.
Definitely. I think it's also the size of the textures too, depending on the texture. Because like with the this one's cool. But with the GLB file, like everything everything's like saved inside. So like if you got textures, like
textures have been kicking me in the butt lately.
Textures are a pain.
I'm running out of like. Have you ever run out of VRAM space texturing something?
On Blender.
It's so annoying. Oh man, each texture is like 500 megabytes of VRAM space somehow.
Jesus, really? Wow.
Exactly,
for image
right?
Textures or
for full PBR materials. So like 4 image textures, like the bump, the normal, everything.
Interesting.
And I know, right? But it's because they're all 4K and they have to be fully uncompressed when they're on in the VRAM. So even if it only takes up like 20 megabytes on your hard drive, it has to be fully uncompressed in the VRAM, so it becomes 500 megabytes.
Jeez. Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A little bit of 3D insight for our viewers.
Yeah, I would love to do a 3D show sometime talking about all that.
Do you just pull up a project right now? Show us your deep dive.
I don't know if people are interested, but I'd love to. If people wanted. Oh, look, they have all right, that's pretty cool. They have a trait, whether it's haunted or not.
Oh, cool. Man. That's spooktacular.
Oh yeah, okay. So Jenny brings up a good point. About ADA handles. That it'll essentially just work as long. I mean, it's like anything else. As long as people are using them, they'll be around. So when you think about it, like if we were building a wallet right now, me and Chaotic, we'd be stupid not to put ADA handle integration in it since everyone's using it. If CC Vault didn't have ADA handle integration, I probably would be using it a lot less. Like if that did and Nami didn't. So I think you're right. I think it's definitely just depends on how much people use it. And for the most part, it seems like everyone's liking it so far. So, except the people who aren't able to get their tags, which is unfortunate. I do wish the Ada handle people were a little bit more active, and that's not just from the other day. Like I talked to them a bit ago about trying to get a certain one, because we spell tour guide a certain way, not the way tour guide is actually spelled. So we were trying to get that to like make sure that we didn't have any mess ups, like someone trying to send it to us, but they spell it the correct way, and blah, blah, blah. And they said that they were going to reserve it, but they didn't. But I think I still got it. I have to check. But
okay, nice.
Yeah, but like they're very hit or miss, and they did leave a bad taste in my mouth the other day because they launched and then they shut down their entire Discord. Like they had all these channels that were all open, and they just kept closing them down like one by one, and like they just squeezed us all into like some other language. You know how like channels will have like other language chats.
Oh, really? They put you in the foreign language chat?
That was like the last one that they didn't close.
Interesting.
So like, and then they closed that too.
Okay.
But
I get the closing channels thing. I mean, I don't know their team or anything. I don't know like how big they are, if they've got like dedicated moderators or something.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Okay.
Which was why I was confused, because like, well, sorry, go on. I'm interested to hear.
That was pretty much the completion. I mean, sometimes, like I remember one time someone, I think, what was I doing? I was like watching a drop happen and someone said like, you should close the chat to the owner.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't close the chat. And then a scammer like in the chat said something like, blah, 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 blah. If you're like a single person or like a small team, and you can't guide both at once, but it seems like Ada handle has moderators and stuff. So it's not like the same situation.
Well, that does make sense. I wasn't thinking about it from that side of things, because like people were blowing up all the chats, and I guess when that's happening, it's impossible. Excuse me, not to it's impossible to find any scammers, if there's any scammers in the mix. Which
I think even worse if the chat like isn't blowing up. If you've got like 2 messages a minute and then suddenly a scammer and that message just stays there so long.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my God, is this the official thing? Like I've been waiting until this exact time.
Mm-hmm.
And now a message came up that looks really official. So they'd like dump into it.
All right,
scams suck.
Yeah, they really freaking do it. I will go on this topic. We're going all over the place today. I kind of like it, honestly. Maybe we could do more Monday shows like this. But I actually was messaging a scammer yesterday doing some.
Okay, this is a scammer. I thought you were about to pull up like DMs from the actual
no.
handle. Oh man, a little bit saucy.
No. I love it. I think I love what they're doing. I just like tossing them.
Oh yeah, have any complaint, question, or issue?
So I messaged them, and I followed them for a bit, and they said they seemed all legit. They're like, we have reviewed your complaint. We apologize for the occurrence. During the review, it was discovered that your contact address is not connected to the node, blah, blah. I don't know what they were trying to do, and I asked Adam Dean, because I'm not clicking on this link. But so I was expecting like them to ask me to like send Ada or like a Google form to like get my seed phrase or something. But I'm not sure what the hell this. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, the links are the dangerous stuff. You're better off sending Ada to a random address.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna do anything. I just wanted to see like what they were doing, and like it says, click minting to connect your wallet. Select the wallet, or select your wallet option, and then connect your wallet to our node. And I'm not sure what any of that does, but that does not sound fun. And so that didn't happen.
I tried disabling links outright in my server, and it just backfired and like would discriminately block GIFs. Like it would block some GIFs and not others.
True.
And then I went deep into understanding how GIF like file links worked, but then it revealed nothing. It ended up just being like pretty much random.
Maybe it's probably like an all or nothing thing, which sucks.
It was really weird. It was like some GIFs work, some GIFs don't. A GIF pasted from Google might work, and then it won't. And a GIF.
I think because on Discord, when you post a link, it like does or post a GIF, it does a link or something.
Yeah, most do, but then some wouldn't. It was really confusing.
That's weird.
Anyway, for the houses, it looks like there's going to be a bit of like proceduralness to them. I don't know how else they're going to make like 8,000. Because it's like a 3D model. I guess you're not just layering images. You've got to actually put together the pieces.
Definitely. Oh, I do know. I haven't seen any of it yet, but I do know Crypto Nitties was talking about how you could, because I mean, at the end of the day, I guess these GLB files are just like very easy to write in like code.
Okay.
So what he was saying was like you could, and I think some people have done it, but literally just do all the customizing from within just text of the file. So like as opposed of like building something in Blender that like matches everything up and then exports it, you could, if you know how to write a GLB file, you can go in and be like, all right, in 900 houses, give them a white roof, and the rest of the houses give them a black roof or something like that.
Got it.
But like all like within text rather than like any rendering software or anything.
Yeah, and that's kind of like within expectation. The thing I was thinking was within Blender or whatever, they use just the code base instead of the visual like node editors or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And once they have once they have one window, one roof, whatever, they can just put those as like code things, like always reference that roof and then do what you're saying, like text-based, and then it just references the models they made to build the GLB files. I don't even know what a GLB file is.
Yeah, I actually just learned about those. That's how everyone does the 3D, like the 3D NFTs.
Okay.
It's like a web-based 3D model.
Okay. Do you know if there are limitations on file size or anything, or if lighting has to be like baked in?
So I'm still figuring things out as I go.
Okay.
But so there's no limitation to file size that I'm aware of, besides loading. So if you have like a super big one, it would obviously take a long time to load. With lighting, I'm not too sure.
It looks like it's baked in since it's only coming from that one direction.
But I think it depends on the viewer, because I know that the thing that's confusing about GLB files is it's different depending on the viewer. So like this is like a custom viewer within Pool PM that's reading it.
Okay.
But like you could also open this GLB file in like the 3D asset viewer on Windows, and it would look, the lighting would be different, or the textures might not look exactly like they do on here.
Got it. So that's scary, that bit of inconsistency that you can't control.
Yeah. So that's one thing I'm worried about. I haven't done too much with these 3D NFTs yet, but that is something I worry about. And also, I guess before we go off this local home project, I think it's very cool. But we talked about it in a Twitter space the other day. People shouldn't take these will work in metaverse statements as fact, because we don't know yet. Like I'm even working on a project with someone for a metaverse thing, and like it's kind of like learn as you go. Like they have specifications out and you try to fit those specifications, but you kind of have to the specifications can change at any time. I don't know. I just always like to mention that because everyone always is like, works metaverse, blah blah. I'm rambling again.
It's okay. No, I mean that's like a sentence I usually ignore, because all that means to me is it's a 3D file.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you saved it as a 3D file. Cool. Thank you for the extra utility, I guess. is my stance usually. Not, oh man, that sounded so negative. I'm not hating on this project.
No.
Just...
I mean, I think it's good to like say these things because I mean, you'll probably be able to load this in Pavia, but like, will you be able to open the door or the
True.
garage or put stuff inside? It's like maybe, but like we don't know yet. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. That's all further supported by the creator of this house.
yeah,
Okay.
And what Pavia can do, because like
True.
let's say like someone makes a 3D collection of 3D planes, like will Pavia allow them? Will you be able to fly them in the metaverse? Will you be able to sit in them? Will you be able to like? What will you be able to do with them? Because I mean, if you just have if all you're doing is placing a 3D object, then what's the difference between that and Pool PM? Or like,
I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little bit too skeptical. Not skeptical.
It's just that there's like, it's not even a term, right? Metaverse, and they're promising so much. So it's like you can expect the world, but they might be like giving you something completely different, and it's impossible to know until you get it.
Definitely. And yeah. I don't know.
You look like you're in existential thinking.
It's such a touchy topic because like all right, so I'll say this. I recently got into Roblox just because everyone says that's going to be the metaverse. And I don't have you ever played that Roblox?
No, I've watched a lot of it.
I've never played before like last week, and I'm actually having like a bit of fun with it. I found this one game that's like you're in like an infinite IKEA, and you have to like at night you have to make a base, and all the store workers they come out. I don't know, it's super fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. But at like the end of the day, it's the specific creator who made that IKEA game that you love, right? Like Roblox is just the transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean Pavia is going to be the same thing. Like Pavia is just a file format. It's like a template. It's going to be the creators on Pavia that you actually care about and like, and you want to do whatever they do. I don't know what Pavia is going to let you do because I haven't looked into it too much. But yeah, that's my stance on the whole metaverse. It's like, I don't care what the company is promising me. It's like all about the talent and the creators you get onto that platform, just like YouTube.
Definitely. Exactly. Yeah. YouTube is the perfect example, I think. And NFTs in general. I mean, if you have a blockchain with shitty artists, like the NFTs aren't going to go too far.
Yeah. I feel like there's also like a distinction because like the NFTs, you know, there's no one controlling, but like with YouTube, they made a conscious decision. Like this is a platform where we can incentivize creators to come by putting ads on their video and splitting 50-50 the revenue from the ads.
Yeah.
So like it's like create to earn. Yeah. Whereas like it's also create to earn on if you make your own NFTs, but you don't have that platform. You have to do everything like, you know, your own boss, your own marketing, your own outreach, your own infrastructure.
But you're not, I mean, depending on who you're working with, you're not taking that 50% hit from the platform. I mean, you probably will be taking like hits from minters or.
Very true, yeah. Because like, I mean, if Pavia has a marketplace where people can create, maybe Pavia will take like 2.5%, right?
Yeah.
And so they're incentivizing, they're giving like a platform for creators. I've been thinking so deep about this, like incentivizing creator stuff. But they're,
true.
You know, by like incentivizing the creators on their platform, and then they make money just by people having fun from those creators' creations. I mean, so yeah, so now they're incentivizing people creating and people having fun at the same time.
Yeah,
I don't know how I got on that ramble. Sorry.
No. Like, I mean, the whole Roblox thing. Have you seen how similar the Roblox store is to like NFTs? We're gonna go on a real tangent right here.
I guess I'm not completely familiar. I know that they can make money based on how many people play their games and stuff.
There are Roblox assets that are going more than probably both of our NFTs combined. Like,
okay, so it has its own in-game economy.
Yep.
Got it.
Try to find stuff. Like they've done stuff like with Gucci, and you can buy like a Gucci official Roblox whatever. Fair. Let's see.
Oh, Nike did it, didn't they? Nike had an entire Nike world. I remember now.
I'm not sure exactly how this works. I've never been on this website. Roblox Gucci. Let's see. And again, if anyone's just joining us, we got a bit of a layback episode today on CNFTnews. I can't find too much about this. But yeah, just chilling. I guess we'll go on. Or we've been doing this for an hour, so we'll do some projects to watch.
Yeah, tell me this. This looks interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. El Matador. So this is an art-focused project. Not much info is released at the time. They've posted several examples of the artwork, and they have tweeted that at 2,500 followers, they will make the Twitter private. Interesting.
This I actually
is it already private?
I ran into this earlier today, and the artwork looks insane. But that tweet, I just I didn't like
the private thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little.
Like the artwork is so dope, and if you look at the texture on it,
yeah,
they gave you such a nice like 3D effect.
Damn,
and I'm sure the that's just like my own brain. Mm-hmm. Like them putting out a tweet saying they're going to go private doesn't mean anything. That's, it just might be that they want to keep their project really small.
Yeah. Which I think is smart. I'm not sure how. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about generative projects like this.
This is generative?
Yeah, I believe so.
Really?
It looks like it is. It looks like they did something similar to what Jarheads did. If you've seen those. Like these guys.
Whoa, this is generative too. Man, I've not seen any of these.
I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of these. I was at first, and I kind of am still a little bit, but I'm not sure how much. Because, okay, I think, all right, let me stop being too bearish and say that I'm not sure how I feel about generative stuff like this in the short term. I think in the long term, like I think generative art will have a big place in like art history textbooks going forward, because like it is a giant leap for artwork in general. Like even like the apes and punks and space buds and stuff. Like having a project that's fractionalized like that, I think will be important to the art world going forward. But I'm not sure if art generative stuff is the same, because I don't know. I don't know.
I never look at anything through that scope. Like when I see an image like that one right there, mm-hmm. What is my impulse? Does this make my eyes feel good? Does it make my ears feel good? And like, that's my only judgment usually.
That is a good way to think about it.
And then actually I do have one other mode. It's the pulling apart mode, like okay, I want to understand how this works. Okay, mm-hmm. This animation of this foot could have been like slightly smoother. I guess so. There's the two modes, like the first impulse, do I like this or not? And then there's the pulling it apart and understanding it.
Yeah.
But with stuff like this, I don't know what the style to call it is, like the scribble style. That's one that's always just said like good feelings to me. So the fact that this is generative and scribble is like interesting me.
It is. I'm going to pull them up on JPEG so you can see a bunch. Actually, I'll show a new tool that I found instead of JPEG.
What is this?
CNFT.me, and you can type in a project or a policy ID, and you can have the entire project so you can view it all in one place.
Like, to me, this is sick because also color theory is something I've been struggling with, and all of these stand out as like nice color, like what's the word, palettes to me.
Mhm.
Like, none of them are screaming to me as I don't like this color palette, and that's something I've been struggling with a lot. So it's like really cool to see that.
They do have a nice palette.
Yeah, I dig this. I dig a lot of stuff.
Yeah, me
Most
too.
things that I see, I'm into.
I mean, it is refreshing, like coming off of like the flat cartoon generative projects. Like it is refreshing to see this.
That's a good way to put it. It has like a lot more, like, I don't know what the word is, verticality, horizontality. It feels thicker.
Yeah.
Like there's more layers to it versus everything being flat.
And like I do think generative art, like I said before, like makes so much sense, like in terms of like the history of things and like where art came from and where art's going. Because like now that we have like computers, you can put together like an algorithm for design. Like the MIT lab logo, I think it's called. Yeah. So like this was done a few years ago, but so MIT labs they made a generative logo for their design, and they basically use a different version of the generated logo each time, but they're all like connected through the colors and the language of it. And again, I'm going like way off topic with things, but it's like I think generative art is important, and I think it's like fuck, I'm rambling so hard.
Hey, you're good. This is super cool to look at.
It is.
Wow.
It is super cool, and like
Yeah.
you can see like all the different uses of it, but like you always know it's like MIT. Or I mean,
Oh, yeah,
once you
that's
know the
awesome.
logo.
Generative art is one of the things I'm most envious of because when I see an art style like realistic renders or cartoony or something, I know that if I put enough time to it, I'm going to learn it because like my goal is to be super wide ranging. But for generative art, it's code, it's like programming, and it's stuff that I've tried like too many times to learn already and gave up too many times. And I know I'm not going to go back and learn coding.
Nah, don't say that. You're always ahead of time.
There's just so much I want to learn just within the 3D realm and then branching into like the VFX realm and then branching into the 2D realm. Like I feel like there's 20, 30, 40 years ahead of me of learning before I can touch programming. So that's why I say I'm probably never gonna go back and learn it.
You might find like I feel like most things you can't expect. Like who knows? Like you might. And we were talking about all the rendering engine stuff earlier in Discord. Who knows? Like you might find like a tutorial that does some stuff with like Python, and then you like mess with just that Python. And you only know how to do like that stuff for that rendering engine, but then like you get the basics down from that, and you're like, oh, I could do this other thing that uses Python. And I don't know it too well yet, but I know it. I don't know.
That's probably the most realistic path, actually. I just
I
need
think
some
it'll
super
happen.
specific thing in Blender, and I have to figure out like a little bit of Python at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. So that happened this morning. I wanted to download a YouTube video. I had to figure out how to use YouTube DLP, which is like a command line thing. So I had to remember how to get a command line, remember how to like type anything in it, remember how to copy and paste in a command line. Little steps.
Damn, I've never downloaded YouTube videos like that. I'm always sketchy, and I go to those weird ass websites that you just enter in.
Oh no, this one's not a website. It's a GitHub repo. YouTube DLP. It's like open source. Straight from the command line. You don't go to a website. You type in YouTube DLP, the URL of the YouTube video, and it downloads it for you.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
actually wicked sick.
Yeah, so you can like, I can't verify its authenticity. I don't know if you can, but
I
you know,
can.
since it's open source and a lot of people
Yeah.
contribute to it, other people verify it for us.
That is cool. And what's up?
Hey,
how's it going, guys? Welcome to our show. We get a chill show today. It's said it a couple times already, but Scott and Summer are helping Trevor and Alyssa with moving. So we got me and Chaoric Maths going through the old doc and seeing how far our tangents can take us.
Heck yeah. I'm excited to see this next one. I just scrolled down.
This is crazy. So Bright Leaf Laboratories. Bright Leaf Laboratories is launching their Guardians CNFT collection of 5,555 3D digital sculptured NFTs with over 300 handmade traits. The Guardians can also come with a robotic partner. The 3D artist Matic 8 M4 TIC is an ex product designer from Ford.
Oh, it's automatic.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Wait, how does the 8 say auto?
If you click on if you go to his actual Twitter,
I see.
You'll see it.
Okay, clever.
It doesn't really say it, but I'm assuming that's what he tried to say.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, this artist worked for Ford and Volkswagen. Discord is being opened for 1 hour at a time. Not sure what that means. And another early product. This is another early product we don't have much information on yet, but we are bringing the details as we can.
Oh man, go to their Twitter real quick.
Twitter?
Yeah, and scroll down till you see you'll see it. Keep her going. Keep her going.
Oh shit, Blender. Is that?
Keep her going.
Keep going.
Oh wait, this is your Twitter. You gotta. Oh wait, no, it's not. Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, I went to Adomatic's Twitter.
Oh, okay.
These are really cool pictures. I was like, how did I not see any of these?
Yeah, I was like, it's still not stopped.
This one's also dope, though. If you scroll down.
Yeah, follow.
Keep her going. Keep her going. Keep her going.
Damn, these are crazy.
Yeah, they're all sick, right?
Keep going.
Yeah. One more, I think. Yes, look at this. This is my style. I love stuff like this. This is the sort of stuff I've been trying to emulate. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Damn, sick. I love this.
Yeah, the way the starship is on the outside, but it's like interacting with the screen on the inside.
Yeah, well, that actually is a really cool product, like idea. Like, why don't more video games and stuff do that? There's no reason not to put a little 3D guy. I don't know.
Oh, like make cool product renders like that, or like concepts, or not concepts,
even like
just
renders,
like advertising art.
Like think about like if you had like a Game Boy SP, like remember the folding ones from back in the day?
Yeah.
And like imagine like an attachable thing where you're playing Space Invaders and it's actually like this little tiny thing.
Gotcha.
Because like because you can, like why not?
That'd be really yeah, cool. I get what you're saying. Man.
Damn, this is sick.
Yeah, this person seems like they've got it on, and those surface imperfections are slick.
These renders are crazy.
Yeah.
And like this layout, like what? Oh my god.
Every time I open Twitter or Instagram, this is, the level of work I'm seeing, which is why I have to just stop looking. Yeah. So I don't want to buy every single project I see.
Yeah. That is, honestly.
Because this is gorgeous.
That is crazy. Super cool project. Bright Leaf. Actually, I think I could drop these in the chat. Let's see. Oh, and I am so bad with names, and this name is like messing me up in the chat. Asking about the algorithm project.
Let's see. Another algorithm project.
I think if you're talking about this one, this was something we were talking about from MIT Labs, where they made a generative logo, which I definitely suggest look it up if you're interested in algorithm projects, because this is that, but for like the actual, like the real world, at least for right now. So like pretty cool.
Pretty slick.
Pretty slick.
This looks like a video game or an app.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so the Makasi. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Makasi Planet is an NFT project that's building a play to earn virtual pet game. Their first drop was the Makati plant. The Makati plant was an NFT project building a Their first drop was a 10K Mokomons named ITO, which will soon become the characters in their game. The breeding feature, which will allow these ITOs or ITOs to be prepared and generate a second generation ITO. It's expected to launch in the mainnet on March 16th. At least 2 ITOs have been involved in breeding. Naughty. ITOs require a 7-day cooldown period after each breed, and ITO can only breed a maximum of 10 times in its lifetime. And every characteristic of the regular offspring has a 60% chance of inheriting from their parents and 40% chance of it being mutated. So the first breed is 20 ADA, and the price does increase every time you breed. So interesting. I'm going to say something very bearish again, but you know what? We're the news, we should. For a play to earn game, it seems like we're only hearing about what we have to buy. Just saying. Which I know what they're. I don't know.
Putting this game aside for a minute, what's your stance on play to earn?
So I'm not like crazy into games, but so like I am super excited about eCoin, but I think it's just because of my like respect for the team. Like if it was like any other random project, I don't think I would be in on it as much. Because I don't know. I mean, it does make sense. Like I played a ton of RuneScape back in the day, and there's still people who buy RuneScape Gold for like actual dollars, and like, so like I think play to earn makes sense because like there's always people who are gonna want to put the time in to get paid, and there's always people who don't want to put the time in but want to get the status or to a certain whatever, or like they want to get far in the game but don't have the time or don't want to play it as much. So I think it makes a lot of sense, and I think it's going to be big. And yeah, I guess it depends on how like it's implemented. So you can have a play to earn game can turn into a pay to win game real fast, I think. And then what, I don't know. Random thoughts, just throwing them out there. I don't know. You sound like
Agreed.
you had.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I am excited for them, and I will play them. And I'm sorry to anyone watching if I ever seem too bullish on any project. I swear I'm not trying to bash anyone. I just feel like in a space where everyone is bullish on everything and like everyone is like so like this is gonna be it. This is gonna. I feel like you need to have like some devil's advocate-ness. I don't know if that's the right word, but like
yeah, we need those pessimist accounts.
Yeah, or not even like pessimist, but like I mean, look at the ICO run. I mean, I wasn't in the space for it, but like the ICO run of like 2018, like it was basically like NFTs now, but for coins and like DAOs and like all that stuff, and like what like 5% or 10% maybe like survive that. Like I think it's important to be like critical now with projects, just because like I don't know.
No, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also having our own ICO run and DAO run here pretty soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so people probably aren't going to learn their lessons from the NFTs because it hasn't been enough time yet. So they're also going to be in all those.
I wonder how NFTs will, how the value will go over time. Especially on like Cardano, because like I did not play it safe this year, and I think a majority of my value is in my NFTs right now. So like I'm really betting on that it goes well, but there's a lot of stuff being built and a lot of everything. Like there's a lot going on. Like
Yeah.
how many or how many like
projects can people have in their attention span kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. I guess I could see it go either way because like I could see like shit projects like or not shit projects. Take back everything I just said. I could see like community driven projects like apes, for example. Like I could see there being a bunch of projects like that. Whereas I didn't think I saw that a couple months ago. Whereas like everyone has like these groups that they're in and like these communities and stuff. Like I could see there being a ton of those, but will there be? It's like that's the question. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be core communities like that, like 10, 20, 30 core communities of big projects with big communities. Mm-hmm. And then they're always like aping into whatever's new and then burning whatever's old.
See, that's a really good thing though. Is that what's going to be happening? Like is the point of these communities to just buy more NFTs? Because that's what it is right now. Like I love Benjamin's Club. I have the egg and stuff, but what perks do you get for the egg besides being able to buy more NFTs? And I'm saying that as someone who loves that project, loves that team. I'm 100% bullish on it, but I think we're in a space right now, or in a phase right now where like the utility is being able to spend more money in a way.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's an art market at the end of the day, and a market can only grow so much. So like the question is, what happens when it reaches its maximum capacity, right? And there aren't like always new entrants joining these communities to buy the new projects. I think Beeple like spoke to this because he kind of like took it upon himself to keep the NFT market going like a year ago or a year and a half ago, because he knew like if it slowed down, it was like gonna go down hard because there needed to be new entrants and new investors coming into the market. So it's like really a matter of how many new investors can come in, and not even just like small scale investors like individuals like me and you, but like even up to larger like investment funds and VCs and stuff like that want to just diversify into NFTs. It's really complex. I can't wrap my head around it. It's but the way I see it, it's like a liquidity issue, because if you have a project that's like OG and the floor on it is like 10,000 ADA, but nobody's buying it and nobody's bought it in months and nobody's even looking at it to buy it, then if you were only looking at that NFT as an investment, not as an art piece, then your investment is like gone because you can't sell it. So definitely. I guess it's like a mindset thing.
Yeah, it's like more of like an abstraction, like whereas like Bitcoin and crypto is like an abstraction of the dollar, and then like NFTs are like a further abstraction of it on top of.
Yeah, we're getting layers upon layers, and I mean I don't think we're fully realized yet, like anywhere near fully realized.
Yeah,
like 0.1% of what NFTs will be. Right now it's art and branching out a little bit. So we'll see what it like truly becomes. And I think on Cardano, NFTs are taking a step in the right direction on the technological side from
Definitely.
Ethereum. So that's like a really nice start to see that, at least for the art aspect that we're focusing on right now, we're going in the right direction technologically.
Yeah, and I think I mean, at the end of the day, maybe we'll end this. I think that was our last. Actually, I'll talk about one more thing after. I'll say something bullish though. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like if NFTs are what we think they are, like we'll be using NFTs as like house keys to like get into our home. I think like we already have like digital locks and like stuff. But what's more secure than an NFT? Like let's say like you have digital locks on your house and you mint 3 keys. You have one for yourself, one for your significant other, and then one for you keep at your mom's. You keep on your mom's in your mom's wallet, right? Like just as a spare. Like once we get to that point in NFTs, if we get to that point in NFTs, it'll be interesting to see how people view these art NFTs in like the first few years of the technology. Like, will it be like, will people like praise that stuff and be like, holy crap, like a space bud, like this is what made it possible for me to get my keys into my house, like use this NFT key to get into my house? Or will it be like something like Clippy on like old Windows computer, like just like an old meme that like no one cares about anymore? I mean, I think it could go either way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just about the niche markets. Like it's going to be the same
True.
people who care now, who like when our NFTs are keys, they're going to be like, man, these were, this is the history of the thing.
Yeah.
Just like people who don't care about radios don't care about how like radio was invented and stuff. So it's just going to be about like who cares about what.
Talking about radio.
Radio tour guide. Get some beats going.
Dude, that was fun. I think we're going to be doing that every Wednesday.
I didn't even realize it was like literally a radio show. I thought it was going to be like a podcast named like a radio show or something. So yeah, I just put it on in the background while I was working, jammed out.
I can't find it. I was looking for something real quick. But yeah, I think that's going to be fun. Or it was fun the other day. Because I think it'd be cool. We're just slowly losing followers. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks for coming to the news show today. We are just rambling on and having a good old time. I will send a link to our Discord because someone was asking. The news Discord.
I can't even see how many people are in there. So for all I know, it's been empty the whole time.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool. I guess one other thing before we go way off topic that I forgot to talk about this whole time is I actually have a couple pieces out. If anyone's interested, I'll just give them a little bit of airtime. But Rodrigo FOMOing.
I like this
auction.
Yeah, zoom in on that paddle. Let's see that. That's some nice texture work.
Yeah, it's being weird. I had really a lot of fun with this part. It was annoying trying to get him to like hold it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
It came out really cool.
Did you put that grain on there, or did that just naturally come out of the render?
So I actually I've been using this composite node that someone made for film grain. And it just drops it, like I drop like a touch of it on it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, grain is one of those super important things that like before you hear about it, you would never expect that. And then once you learn it, you're like, put grain on everything.
And like, I don't even know why. Like, I can't figure out why that is.
I think it gives that touch of realism and breaks up like the harsh anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's like rather than just like yellow.
Because real pictures are never perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But renders, you can get like an absolutely perfect image with no grain or anything, whereas like any camera in real life would have grain if you zoomed into an image.
True.
I've been looking into that stuff so hard, man. I want my renders to look realistic.
Yeah, dude. I still haven't watched that video that you sent me earlier.
Oh, the Aces. I don't even think that was a
Yeah.
video. I think that was a YouTube search. It had like a bunch of
Oh,
videos that came
okay.
up.
Yeah, I do want to check that out. Because, I mean, those renders are... All right, let's show some of that off. Why not? We're showing off random stuff. Oh, actually, well, while I'm here, there's also Arta Exploring. You guys can check them out if you want. There's some of those. Quick little show. But now let's check out an artist that me and Chaotic are big fans of right here. Chaoric Maths.
Oh, nice.
Now I have to pull up.
Yeah, West Cream. That's a nice one.
So this dude is followed by Zigor. That's dope. He's done a little bit with NFTs, but I think he's mostly like in the industry. But his work is nuts.
Yeah, this guy does lots of commission work for like Adobe, Microsoft, like big companies like that, who you probably have never seen these, like people in the audience, or maybe even you, Tyler. Companies like Microsoft and stuff, they release these like short films, these like animation short films that are just gorgeous animations, and they release them all the time, and you never see them unless you like look for them really hard. It's crazy.
I wonder why.
I guess they don't use it in their marketing or anything like that. They just maybe they have like some creative sites they put them on, but yeah, for the most part, the only way I find out about things like that is I find an artist like Wes and I go to their website, and then they show like work they've done for Microsoft and stuff. Microsoft especially, so many, like every artist I see who has that nice visual style, they've done something for Microsoft.
Damn. These are so crazy. So this lighting is, dude, what the fuck?
I know, right?
Holy
so he's
shit.
got so much going on here in terms of like the color grading and everything that I cannot understand. But if you look at his hashtags, he'll probably have aces in there.
Yep.
Yeah, aces. So that's like the color profile that he uses, which so doesn't
aces
even
isn't a software.
It's like
edit or
so like, do you know what a lookup table is? A LUT?
Not exactly.
Like, you know, on Instagram, if you press a filter, it like takes all the blues and shifts them slightly to purple or something.
Oh,
right?
Is it like that, like graph looking thing?
It can be. It comes in a lot of forms, but basically it takes your colors and it shifts them in a very precise mathematical way. So people have all sorts of different lookup tables. ACES is an Academy something like industry standard. They basically made it so that all movies and all these professionals could work in the same color space on all their different hardware and all their different cameras. So you take film from any camera, you apply this color thing to it, ACES, and now they all have like a universal like middle ground where they all look the same and you can work on them. It also happens to just make things look good because of the way it shifts the colors.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not intended to make things look good. It's just intended so that industry professionals all in different parts of the world with different cameras and different computer monitors can work on the same colors.
So is it something that happens like after the fact? Like you have like a finished render and then you...
No. So you have to, at least in the render engine I'm using, you have to apply ACES first so that it knows whatever colors you're inputting into your materials, like sRGB, it'll then translate those while it's rendering into ACES color.
Okay.
And then you can't even view it right away. ACES, you can only output in an EXR, which you have to put into another program like After Effects or DaVinci Resolve, and then you have to reverse it into a like viewable image that brings all the colors and dynamic range back into viewing. It's really complicated.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out for a few days now. And I showed you a couple pictures. I like got one that I think was supposed to be the right look for ACES.
I mean, that one you sent, look, with the green texturing.
Yeah, that glass tint. But yeah, he's just got so much niceness in those.
Damn, I'm really gonna have to look into ACES and stuff.
Oh, that is so pretty.
It is.
Oh, and you see that all those cubes, the red and blue cubes that were up there, one or two further? Yeah, there you go. That's a Houdini render for sure. all this like abstract arrays and tiling. Actually, wait, never mind. That looks like you could do it in Cinema 4D. Actually, no, that part right there, where you have lots of like tiling like that, where the cube gets smaller and smaller, and then it's like arrayed with a bunch of other random things. Usually people do that in Houdini because those are all nodes that they set up, and it's doing that randomly. So they can click a button like to change the seed, and all of this will change completely. It'll be a completely different render.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like he didn't go and place all these cubes one by one. Even those ones, he probably just used a like simulation to knock them out of place.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen something similar in Blender. Definitely not as crazy though. This is wild.
Yeah, I've been deep diving into artists like him, just trying to figure out like how they do it. Because on the surface level, like this one, super simple, right? 3 cubes, like a circle in each cube, and then a couple planes. But if I tried to make this, it would not look anything like this. So I've been trying to figure out like what is the secret sauce? What are they doing?
Dude, he just got like the transparent textures like on lock. Like,
Yeah.
he must just have like a nice asset library from like everything that he's done. Like, look at this. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, those are so nice. You know what? I'm gonna pause this render right now. External calculating. Oh, it's literally so close too. Whatever.
Nah, cute.
It's in PNG, so I can pick up where I left off.
Oh, okay.
Let me just see if I can show you anything that looks similar to what he does. So I have a material library called the Plus library. Let me pull this off. Oopsie daisy.
Should I throw you up on screen? Or?
Yeah, go for it. Okay. So this is similar to what like a setup that Wes is rocking, except he might be doing it in like Houdini instead. But if we go to an everyday material collection, they probably have some glass in here, and you can just apply a tinted glass to an object. And if we put more lights in this scene to shoot, no, I have this saved. It's okay. I can mess with this a lot. If we add, let's see. An area light.
It's crazy how similar this is to Blender, like layout wise.
Yeah, you can already see a lot of stuff is happening inside the glass that in Blender, you would never get this sort of like refraction stuff happening in here. You'd have to do so much work just to get glass to look normal at all. Where's this light? Oh, it's like inside the glass. And if we shrink this down, it's really similar to Blender, and that's why it was so easy to learn. Like it's only been a few weeks since I started getting into it. I'm trying to get some caustics getting back on here. I'm probably taking too much time with this, but basically you can make glass like super easily in here. Let me turn off these lights and turn this one down a bit. Make it way smaller. And we'll see if we can get anything like shining through here. Huh. I thought it would just shine right through. Maybe I'm not too good at caustics yet. Oh, you know what? Let me get a simpler shape for you.
You mean like caustics on the inside the glass?
Caustics like going behind the glass. Like if you've ever seen like how water refracts in a pool and stuff, and you get all these like beautiful like stripes and stuff behind it. Like that's something that's practically not impossible, ridiculously hard to do in Blender. But here it's a lot easier. I'm not getting it at all, actually. It might be a matter of index of refraction. Oopsie daisy. You know what? We can actually add an octane material and put this on universal. Maybe we can't put this on universal. We just got to add a new material. IOR 1.457. We'll go to transmission, and I'll put transmission at like 1, and I'll go to albedo and turn this to black, and this should be glass, hopefully, if I can apply it. That is not glass yet. Sorry, guys, I cannot remember how to make glass.
It's always a pain. You know, people forget like how much goes, or they don't realize how much goes into like a lot. Like we were saying before with that. I'll pull it up for a second. Like with this thing, like you were saying, like it looks like it's just 3 squares with circles on the inside, lights, and various other objects on the outside. But to create, it's very easy to create the 3D objects, but to get the lighting right and to get materials and all that, I mean, it's not even easy to get the shapes, the 3D shapes, can be like in this case, but as Chaoric Maths is showing here,
it's glass now, but I'm still not getting that refraction. Dang it. And that refraction is what I love. Yeah, I haven't actually done any glass work yet. I've been doing all the soft body work like you saw in that render earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They might have like a light where you can make it into a laser or something, which I did see in Octane when I was messing with it in Blender.
What if you had like a spotlight and like...
Here we go. Let's see. Octane. Do they let you switch to spotlight in here? In Octane, from what I know, you basically only use the area light and the HDRI environment. So this is going to be my first time applying a spotlight. Oh, but it looks like this is actually exactly what's going to give us. Let me see if I can get rid of this first light. Do you see this weird snapping?
Not yet.
Okay, here we go. No, it doesn't look like we're getting any fraction. Okay, I'll end this demo. A terrible demo by Chaoric Mathematics about how glass works in 3D.
Maybe just because I understand a little bit of it, but I had fun watching. And we've
Yeah,
actually had two viewers come since you started doing this, though. Cool to see.
Oh, man.
Damn. Do you suggest learning to getting into one of these programs or staying with Blender?
So here, it all comes down to money. And that's why I'm trying so hard to get out of the Adobe programs. Because Cinema 4D, if you still have access to your student email, you can get it for $7 a year. But Octane Render is like on the monthly thing, it's like $20 a month. And now that I know I really like it, I'm going to see how much it is on the yearly. Let's see. It is still like $16.50 a month on the yearly subscription. So it's pretty expensive to just have a render engine, right?
Yeah.
And if you put that on top of an Adobe subscription, which is anywhere from like $20 to $80 a month, depending on what suite you have.
On top of Cinema, well, I mean, you're getting it for $7, but
yeah, Cinema is nice and cheap. And I'm using something called Grayscale Gorilla. It's like a one-stop suite for training, learning, plugins, materials. Like this plugin is something by them where I can shoot. Can I add lights back into here? I can take anything like this cube, and I can give it a tag called the signal tag. And then I can take something like its coordinates, drag them into this tag, and now I can easily animate these on a loop. So I can say I want it to start at negative, 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 and we'll start here. And then if I press play, you'll see this triangle like moves around on a loop,
okay.
like super easily. Like I didn't have to keyframe anything.
Wow.
And right now it's not looping. If I set it to ping pong.
And that's from the Grayscale Gorilla thing?
Yeah, Grayscale Gorilla, they used to just make training videos, I think, and then they made plugins, and then they made materials, and it was all separate things, and then they switched to a subscription. So now if you subscribe, you get all these tutorials, and in the tutorials, they don't use like outside stuff. Like, you know, it's going to be Grayscale Gorilla stuff. Because like sometimes if you're learning a new program, they'll be like, okay, now I'm going to go use this, this, and this. And it's 3 separate programs that you've never heard of, and they're all paid for too. So it makes it like hard to pick up a new program, but this was a one-stop shop.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So definitely it's like a money thing. If you can afford like the Octane render, I'd say it's worth it. And if you can afford a Grayscale Plus membership, even for just like a couple months to do all the training, then it's like double worth it. You got to make sure not to get reliant on their plugins. Like if you only use this and don't learn how to keyframe, it's going to suck. Because then once your subscription is over, you're going to have to learn how to keyframe from scratch.
See, that's kind of why I've been into Blender too at the same time. Like I'm so afraid, like, especially like right now, like, I mean, I'm like, we are early in things. We're like young and like don't have like a ton of money. So like I'm afraid of like getting into like one of these programs like Cinema 4D or whatever, and then 5 years down the road I can't buy a subscription for it, and like I can't continue what I want to do because I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Hopefully it doesn't happen, but like that's what scares me about anything besides Blender. Which to answer your quick question here, yes, Blender is open source and free, and we both, me and Chaoric Maths both use Blender, but he's been experimenting for a bit recently.
Yeah, Blender is an amazing program, and it has a ton of things that are better than Cinema 4D by far. Even just going down to like Cinema 4D crashes all the time. Every single day I have to like be ready for a crash. And Blender never crashes for the most part. Blender, with Blender 3.0 and geometry nodes, Blender is basically becoming Houdini for free. And Cinema 4D isn't that procedural. Like there's a little bit of procedurality. The main 2 things I like are the volume builder workflow, which if I pull this up, I can like put any shapes together and just throw them into like one shape, if that makes sense. So this thing in triangle, they have a hard edge here. But if I go ahead and throw these into a volume builder, they're now one shape that I can edit, and I can make them look.
Wait, what the fuck just happened? Whoa.
Exactly. So it took the shapes, right? And they're no longer polygons. It made volumes out of them, right? Because if you wanted to make this edge, you'd have to connect these.
It would be a nightmare in Blender.
Yeah, you'd have to take individual polygons and connect them. You'd have to have the exact number of polygons on the base of this triangle as this part of the square, and you'd have to one by one. And here, it gets rid of the polygons, turns them into a volume, puts them together, and it becomes like a layer system like in Photoshop, if you can see all the way to the right here.
Yep.
Where you can add like smoothing, and you can put the smoothing before, or you can make this subtract, and now like I'm cutting off the bottom of the triangle. And then once you apply this, now it's a mesh again, and you can treat it exactly like a mesh. And if it's really messy, you can throw it into something like Quad Remesher, which takes that and lowers the amount of polygons and makes it nice and even. So in Blender, you'd have to manually, if you wanted to remesh something, you'd have to go in and retopologize this and be like, okay, I can make this whole face out of like 4 quads or something. And here I just tell it I want 100 quads, and I press remesh, and it takes a second, and now it's low poly, because there are a ton of reasons to work in low poly. It's like way easier for your computer. That's the workflow and the reason.
That remesh is way better than Blender too.
Yeah, that's the reason, along with Octane, that I use Cinema 4D. Everything else in Blender, I'd say, is better, especially the fact that it's open source and free. But Octane Render Engine, the look that you get from it, and the workflow of being able to model anything just out of basic shapes made it worth it for me to pay for Cinema 4D and Octane.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to get away from Adobe. So like DaVinci Resolve replaces like half the Adobe programs I use, but I still need like a Photoshop replacement.
What is DaVinci Resolve? I'm not sure.
It's a free program made by Blackmagic, if you know who they are, the camera company.
I'm not sure.
I think like they made the RAW file format, if you know what that is. It's like the format that every movie and every like even semi-high budget studio and everyone tries to film in. It basically lets you change anything after the fact, like your exposure, your dynamic range, or anything.
Interesting.
And this is their like program suite. So it's basically everything into one. So you can cut videos here. You can edit videos here. I think you can do, I don't even know what Fusion is. You can do color grading here. You can do sound design here. And then this is like the export Adobe Media Encoder. So it's Adobe rolled into one with Photoshop pulled out.
Okay.
So Lightroom, for people who do photo editing and color grading, it's this tab, right? And this is all free.
Damn.
And like it's industry standard apparently for like color grading and stuff. And then they have a paid version, but instead of being a subscription, it's a perpetual license for like $270.
Mm-hmm.
And that adds After Effects basically. It lets you do GPU acceleration, so it's running off your graphics card instead of your CPU, and it adds a bunch of effects type stuff like you would have in After Effects.
Mm-hmm.
So now it replaces like even more of the Adobe suite.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
After Effects is still one thing I have to get into. Don't understand that well enough yet.
But I wish I understood After Effects. It's just, even within Adobe, even though it's like one ecosystem, every program is like almost completely different to use.
Mm-hmm.
It's tedious. Wait, what is DaVinci Resolve?
Yes,
and it's a free program. Not open source though, proprietary, I think.
Awesome. So this was an interesting episode today.
Yeah, I got to see into the mind of an artist.
Isn't it? Yeah. Wow, I just lost my train of thought so hard. Wow, where's my brain? So I guess we can cut it here, I guess. It's been a fun episode. Unconventional, but lots of fun. And honestly, super cool that you coming on and like talking about the stuff that you're doing. Honestly, like I have that whole like Tech with Tyler thing. Oh, actually, I'll promote that real quick. But it might be cool to have a show where like people can come on and like talk about. Maybe you could be the guest host. You already are our backup host for the show. Maybe we could do something where we have artists come on, digital artists, to talk about their work. Because honestly, it was really cool. Like doing this as opposed. I mean, the news is a ton of fun too. But it's cool just sitting back and talking about how things get created.
Definitely. I've been trying to live stream at least a few times a week, like in my server, just me doing random stuff, like really? Maybe working on textures or modeling or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how interesting it is because it's really slow. It's so slow.
People like always like before I was like in NFTs, my friends who knew I made stuff, they're like, oh, I want to like watch you do stuff. And I'm like, no, you don't. Like I just sit in my room and I just try to figure shit out and just stare at the screen for like 40% of the time.
Exactly. And if you're only showing one monitor from their point of view, it's like completely like nothing's happening. And on your second monitor, you're Googling like, how the fuck do I change this file format?
Exactly. That's the worst part, honestly.
It's hilarious.
Because you're spending more time in other things just as much. And yeah, thank you for coming through. I'm so sorry I cannot say that name.
Let's see. Valanopimatkonit. Valanopimatkonit. I don't know.
Sounds right. I'm like so bad with names, like anything. I'm so bad.
I too. I used to have. I probably still have a little bit, like with my S's and T's, a little bit of a speech, like hard time saying them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I
I
know.
used to go to speech therapy as a little kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was funny time of my life.
Trevor and Alyssa, somehow they're so good with names. Like they'll just say a name and they'll just like both of them. They'll just comes to them.
They got the skills.
Yeah. I will show one more thing though before we go. So I was playing out with Nami Wallet this weekend, and I mean sorry, CC Vault, and they had a couple updates, including. Do you use CC Vault Wallet or?
I use it on my desktop, but I've never put it on my phone.
I've been using it on desktop too, and I just found out you could set. Let me do this off screen real quick. You could set backgrounds as your wallpaper, which is kind of fun. That wasn't what I was trying to show here, and I actually can't open it up because it's being annoying. But we have this fun art or this cool article somewhere. What the fuck is going on? We should have just ended this. So it actually is. Before it wasn't possible to connect your Nami wallet to other wallets because the way Nami wallet works is it uses a single address. So if anyone ever uses Nami wallet, you'll notice that your receiving address is the same every time, compared to Daedalus, for example, which will generate an unused wallet every transaction, I think. So when people were restoring their wallets, their Nami wallets and other wallets, it was using a multi-address thing, and it was basically just scrambling the Nami wallet. But CC Vault recently did an update, so you can get your Nami wallet into CC Vault to get it on your phone without it fucking up your Nami wallet. So if anyone watching is interested, check that out. It's a very easy to do, but as always, do everything at your own risk. I think I showed everything I had to show today. I didn't show the Cardania too much, but we did talk about it. So, plus I did a lot over the weekend. Not I did a lot, but
I'm sure they'll understand.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh yeah, so I think that is it for us today. I feel like I'm forgetting something, so I know I'm forgetting something, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to remember what it is. So I think. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of the Kiwi browser.
Also, you can use Nami on your phone if you have Kiwi browser. Interesting. Kiwi browser.
I wonder if that means you can also use like JPEG store and stuff, because this doesn't allow you to use, because it doesn't work with the. Wow, what is wrong with my brain today? Holy shit, I think I haven't eaten anything. And my
I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna end it here real quick. For CNFTnews, I'm with Spaces. I don't know if Chaoric is still there, but we'll wait till Chaoric is back. We'll find out what Kiwi browser is while we wait for him. We gotta give him the appropriate goodbye. Kiwi browser, interesting. As you guys can see, we're way off the rails today. Looks like it's just an Android thing, which is cool. Interesting. Let's see what's going down Pool PM, guys. Because why not? We got more cats and some data handles. Oh gosh, these guys are minting too. We talked about these a couple episodes ago. These are really cool.
Whoa, what is that?
We were just showing these a couple episodes ago, and I saw that they're minting now, and I might actually pick one up. I've been trying not to spend fucking ADA because I've been fucking hurting, but they're like algorithmically generated, and yo, do they all have their numbers on them too? Oh my gosh. No, maybe not. Maybe just the low number one. Yo, imagine.
I didn't see the one that had a number on it.
Oh, I think it just comes at the end actually. It should have. I think it was cutting it off with this, and it's still cutting it off.
I can't.
There we go. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom there.
A little bit. Does it say 17?
Just 7. Number sign 7.
Okay. Number
These
7.
are pretty cool.
Rorschach. Yeah, Rorschachs are cool in general.
I think with these two, they evolve over time.
Oh, nice.
Just while you were gone, I was just going down full PM and clicking on random stuff that was minting. And all right, let's see. Last thing we do before we sign off. Let's see if there's anything good in this batch of ADA handles. All right, we got hookah. We got go vegan. We got freebies. That's all I'm seeing. That's good. All right. Oh, refund. That's a cool one. That's actually a nice one. That's probably going to sell for a lot one day.
Refund.
You can have like fucking some project is going to want like a refund folder or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay. I'm going to stop stalling and rambling and doing whatever the hell I've been doing today. And I hope we brought you guys some bit of news. And I know we definitely brought you some nonsense. So we definitely got both of those things covered. So for CNFTnews, I'm with Spaces.
I'm Chaoric Mathematics.
He's Chaoric Mathematics. And we will see you guys Wednesday for the Twitter space at 12 Eastern Standard Time and Thursday, same time for the big show with Jesus 2 and K-Fez.
Woo!
So thanks, everyone. Have a good week. I think we still stream for half a second, so I'll show that someone just got Uncle Iro. Nice cop.
Oh, wow.
Nice
Nice.
cop.